Hi everyone, welcome. Warm welcome from UN Tourism and Basque Culinary Center to the Gastronomic Tourism and Innovation International Challenges and Opportunities webinar. It is a pleasure to have you all with us. We're very excited to share opportunities, but also knowledge sharing between the two organizations, and of course, a winner of one of our startup competitions here with us, Serkan Toso. First of all, before I pass the floor to our colleagues and introduce the different speakers, please note that you will have a Q&A button on the bottom of your screen. There, you will be able to include questions that we will be able to review at the end of the webinar. Also, next to that button, there's the show captions option for those who will wish to see subtitles while we speak. And finally, of course, this session is recorded. So please rest assured that we will share the recording with you later on via email to our colleagues of Basque Culinary Center. And with this, let's go to our agenda and the participants. Big thank you to, first of all, to Antonio López de Ávila, who is the Director of Innovation, Education and Investments, who will start speaking about what is doing tourism regarding gastronomy, the department pillars, and of course, this promising and very exciting collaboration with Basque Culinary Center. This will follow by David Mora, leading the course that we are actually working on together, and who will highlight also specific trends, opportunities, and challenges in the gastronomy and culinary arts world. And finally, we will have Serkan Toso, who is the founder of ByFood project and also the winner of the UN Tourist Gastronomy Startup Competition. And with this, let me pass the floor to Antonio.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here today, and thank you for all these almost 200 people that are going to follow us this webinar. I'm really excited about this partnership with Basque Culinary Center, because we have been working for a long time with them in our gastronomic forums and in the challenges that we have organized in the past. So now we are going further with these webinars and with solutions that we are developing together in the tourism sector in innovation. To start, I would like to tell you who we are. I mean, UN Tourism, our department, Innovation, Education, and Investments, was created in 2018, so it's a very quite young department at UN Tourism. And we are doing these three areas: innovation, fostering business creation and entrepreneurship, in the education, trying to making high quality education accessible to everyone, and in investments, generate an investment culture in tourism, because it was not sure that people, when you talk about tourism, you talk about leisure, you talk about the industry of happiness, but we also need to talk about the economics, and we also need to talk about invest. And we normally say, we'd like to say that it's good to invest in people, in the planet, and in prosperity. So that's our vision. Of course, we want to be an UN agency of reference in global education, innovation, and investments in tourism. So align with the 2030 agenda of the UN agencies. So our open innovation model and ecosystem is very complicated in a way, because we need to deal with government, because we are a governmental organization, but we also deal with institutions, private and public institutions. We deal with investors, corporations, and of course, we support startups and scale-ups. And we are always doing things with the academia, because we need to get knowledge so we can help startups to do better what they do, and we put in contact them with investors, governments, and other institutions so they can develop their projects. In 7 years' time of this department, we have organized around 35 competitions and challenges, some of them national level, and some of them at regional level, and some of them are global level. So the good news is the almost 24% of these startups has been led or founded by women. We have been acting in more than 150 countries. We have developed more than 100 mentorship programs with them, and training programs, more than 230. And of course, one of the most important things is we've got applications from more than 20,000 participants from all over the world. As you see here, the thematic of these challenges and competitions is very very wide. We have been talking about gastronomy, of course, but sports, rural, women in tech competitions, destination experiences, hospitality, smart tourism. It's you name it. Basically, regarding gastronomy, we have implemented 4 gastronomic competitions and challenges. We have already like 16 or 20 winners and finalists that are now part of our innovation network, UN Tourism Innovation Network, that where we have more than 400 startups and scale-ups from all over the world. We has received around $2 billion in funding so far. So we are really happy that they are succeeding. And today we will have the opportunity to listen to one of them, our winner of one of our gastronomic tourism startup competition, ByFood from Japan. He will explain later his business model and everything that they are doing. And of course, we are dealing with education. That's why we are here with Basque Culinary Center today. We have this 360 approach to education, from secondary education to executive education, our tourism line education, which is very important. So I would like to show you that we have this tourism online academy that it was founded in 2019, I think, just before COVID, and we already have a number of programs related to gastronomy, hospitality in the restaurants part, and master wine testing, and all these kind of different areas and fields that we know that you need to have a good knowledge. These are MOOCs, so they're available for free in our platform in the Tourism Online Academy. You can enroll, you can do it, and only if you need a certification, you have to pay. Otherwise, you have all the contents there for free. So that's why we would like to cheer you up to join our Tourism Online Academy. We have more than 40,000 students globally. We have more than 50 courses nowadays in 5 languages. So please, at least take a look and think about which is your next steps in your training, your own education. We are also developing now the learning through WhatsApp, micro-learning sessions. We are doing this with the Foundation MAO in Spain, related to hospitality and gastronomy. We're about to launch this WhatsApp course in October, maybe November. We are finalizing the last things. And it's a very easy way to learn for those who are not linked to attached to a laptop or an office. So it's good for waiters, managers that are in the office, on the ground. So this is a great way to at least to scale up in their skills and knowledge. And of course, we are working with countries in this kind of field in gastronomy. And we have established with Zimbabwe, the government of Zimbabwe, Culinary Arts Academy. We are dealing in this academy with 5 subsectors. 80% is vocational education, and only 20% is business. But I think with the time, this is going to be more balanced. So what are we doing here today? Why are we talking about this webinar and this experience in learning? Because we have been launching with the Basque Culinary Center two programs, one in English, one in Spanish. And we are offering 4 scholarships for the full online course in gastronomy, tourism, experience design. So if you feel that you would like to know more about this and you think that you deserve this scholarship, please go ahead, and you have until the 15th of October to apply to be one of the winners of these scholarships, and have the opportunity to join the Basque Culinary Center and its faculty and all the knowledge that they can provide you with this. So thank you so much. You here have this. You have all the program details in this QR code. The program dates are from October 28th to March 19. 2026. So please go ahead. It's 100% online format, no excuses. So you have it there. And now I give the floor back to Paula, so they can go on with the program. Thank you, Paula. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Thank you, everyone. Just a kind reminder that we have the Q&A available for all of you, should you have any question in the process and throughout the presentation. Also, I'm sharing in the chat the scholarships links, both in Spanish and in English, should you wish to finally apply. We are very excited about this partnership with Basque Culinary Center for this online course that you are all open to access thanks to the collaboration. And why are we doing this collaboration? Well, of course, gastronomy and culinary arts is a critical topic that our colleague David Mora will explain further. And with this, David, I pass you the floor. Thank you very much.
I was muted once again. That's typical. If anyone can confirm that you can see my screen,
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So thank you very much. Thank you, Antonio, for the introduction. Of course, thank you very much to Serkan to be here with us today. Afterwards, he's going to have the chance to explain his amazing experience these last 10 years living in Japan and launching his company. Really happy to hear that UN Tourism is working in Zimbabwe, the first location of the regional forum on gastronomy tourism last year. So in Africa, also investing a lot in culinary tourism. So I think we have to also praise the role that UN Tourism is playing in the development of culinary tourism. And also remember, for those of you who have the chance to go to Bulgaria next week, the global conference on wine tourism is taking place in Plovdiv in Bulgaria. So maybe some of you are not far from Bulgaria. Will be nice to have you there. And before I start my presentation, of course, also say hi to some friends and colleagues that I've seen that are connected, Antonio Montesinos, Nico Dingemans, and even some former students of our master's degree. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining us today. And with not much further ado, I'm going to go through some trends and challenges. And I like to say that tourism in general is a reflection of society, and society is evolving and is changing dramatically. I think after COVID, changes are evolving really fast. And of course, gastronomy tourism, culinary tourism, depends how you want to call it, even though there are some nuances in the terminology. Of course, gastronomy tourism is also living this momentum that in general leisure and tourism and traveling is also living. First, where are we traveling? Which are the main hubs? Which are the main cities that host the largest amount of visitors? As you can see there, according to Euromonitor last year, biggest cities according to international visitors. We have Bangkok, we have Istanbul, we have London, we have Paris, we have Macau, we have Antalya. So of course, Dubai, of course, all of those have an amazing culinary scene. And those countries like Turkey, Serkan can talk a bit also about Turkey, Japan, of course, China, Thailand. All those countries are very famous for different assets, for different resources. But of course, culinary, their amazing cuisines are one of their key assets, key tourist resources. And what do we do when we travel? So we go to places in which gastronomy plays a key role. And what do we do there? Well, according to this American platform, Arrival, what do European travelers do when we travel? Of course, we do a lot of things, different activities. Culinary tours and cooking classes are already there on top of the most sought, most demanded activities. And I'm sure Serkan afterwards can give us even a broader perspective of what's going on in Japan. Japan, of course, I think I would say it wouldn't be bold to say that Japan might be one of the top three destinations this year. Everybody, at least here in Spain, everybody wants to go to Japan. really going crazy for Japanese culture in general, and of course, again, Japan, another amazing place to enjoy gastronomy. So it is not just about people loving to eat. It's also about going to places in which gastronomy is important and doing stuff, doing activities like hands-on activities where gastronomy, food, cooking is also involved and embedded. So yeah, it's a reality. It's not just like a trend. It's not like a rumor that gastronomy is important for the tourism industry. It is already, and the figures show it. And it will be like this. It will keep growing. So I think we have gained this momentum, and it will be going on like this for many years ahead. Here's one of a market research about culinary tourism market. There you have, I'm sure we can send you the presentation in case anyone is interested. And you have the links to the information to the sources. So yeah, as you can see, of course, mainly Europe. Europe remains, as you know, is the biggest destination worldwide when it comes to international visitors, but that all the different regions also North America, of course, Mexico, key hub for gastronomy, but also Latin America, the EMEA or MEA region, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Dubai, of course, investing heavily in culinary tourism, and of course, Asia Pacific or Southeast Asia, really going bold in regarding gastronomy as one of the main attractions. So I think we see a prosperous future for gastronomy tourism. And well, which are the trends that are shaping currently gastronomy tourism, culinary tourism? Well, of course, we have been talking a lot already about the visitors looking for deeper connections with the local identity and also exploring food in all its phases. We here at Basque Culinary Center, we talk about this value chain, this long value chain, and visitors going to the origin of the food, trying to understand from the very beginning, and also enjoying afterwards. So that makes gastronomy tourism so important for rural destinations because we can help to spread this wealth and to spread the jobs creation also to rural destinations in which maybe there are well, let's say a lack of other economic activities. Well, some of the trends, for example, the growing appreciation for the rural know-how regarding linked to what I just said. Urban dwellers, we don't know much about how food is produced, even though it's very important for all of us. Well, real skills are gaining new value, and in the context of, well, I think in general, in the context of current life in big cities. So when we travel, we want to learn about these pre-industrial techniques, these hands-on experiences in which we are also involved, we are engaged, so that we are really immersed in the activity. And that might lead to this also quite new trend in the last 5 years about regenerative tourism and then transformation and improvement of ecosystems via the active role of visitors. Here I'm showing this screenshot of the website of Navarra, which is one of the regions here in Spain. They are already providing regenerative activities linked with gastronomy, linked with food production. So you can go there and you can help with the food production. You can help clean. You can have that like positive impact. So that it's not just about maintaining the status quo, like make it sustainable, but also do it like positive, have a positive impact at the destination. What else? Of course, we have to expand the culinary tourism. Wine was number one. Olive oil is going big. Of course, cheese. Different produces are already the core of tourist experiences. We have to expand it. We have craft beer. We have honey. We have truffles, saffron, eggs. I mean, you name it. Anything, any food can be shifted into a tourist experience. So that means that any destination worldwide, in case they have some kind of food production, can be also providing gastronomy tourism experiences. Well, climate change. Of course, we have to talk about climate change because it's affecting a lot the tourism industry. This the screenshot that you have on your left-hand side, you see this is a very recent report by the European Social Commission. How are Europeans changing their habits when it comes to traveling? Two main elements that are shifting our behavior is climate change and the rise of temperatures. So we are choosing destinations with milder temperatures and also avoiding destinations with extreme temperatures. So destinations have to pay huge attention to this. And also now we talk about these coolcations. Instead of going on vacation, we go on coolcation. And as Financial Times say, October is the new August. So maybe we are going to avoid warm destinations during the summertime and leave that for the autumn or for spring. So that may be a disruption for how the industry is currently organized. Food and movies, or gastronomy and movies and TV shows. There is a direct relationship. There's a great source of inspiration from TV shows and from movies, leading or heading visitors to destinations. For example, in Chicago, we can already enjoy these Carmi Versato, aka the Bear tour, so we can go along the different locations of the TV shows. And in this case, it's food, it's gastronomy, and the story of a restaurant and a chef transformed into a tourist experience. So your destinations and your companies can arrange, can design experiences taking this into consideration. Also, the alternative wine tourism. Wine tourism has already a track of like maybe 30 years more or less. Here in Spain, let's say like the last 25 years, and other countries like France or Italy and the US maybe a bit longer. Of course, now it's evolving, and the same way that wine is evolving. Now there is a huge demand for, let's say, healthier wines. Of course, I pardon my into brackets, of course, because wine and alcohol cannot be like really healthy. But we have these low intervention, we have these no alcohol, low alcohol wines. We have new methods of production that are, let's say, less harmful, with not so many chemicals in the process. So that is also shifting, is shaping. It's shaping any demand, especially millennials or late millennials and Gen Zs looking for a different type of wine tourism, maybe not so linked with like big companies, but also looking for new producers. And of course, always trying to engage more with the vineyard, trying to enjoy more nature, and not just while learning how to produce wine. And the opposite to this would be sober tourism. Those who don't want to have any contact with alcohol during their holidays. So that we have already a lot of restaurants offering tasting menus in which no alcohol is offered, destinations that have already designed experiences, and hotels offering these sober stays. And even we have already travel agencies specialized in arranging and designing holidays where alcohol is not to be found. So of course, that also a reflection of new generations, like going a bit of going far from alcohol, or maybe lacking the alcoholic scene, not too much. And well, to finalize, a couple of let's say more funny trends. Supermarket tourism. Now more and more people, especially the younger generations, go into supermarkets when they go abroad. They like to visit supermarkets to understand what people eat, what people drink, the different companies. Is my favorite food also here? And of course, buying. So maybe, like, and Serkan maybe can confirm this or not, that this could be part of a guided tour in gastronomy cities, also taking the tourists to supermarkets. Of course, this can generate a problem for the management of flows. So maybe if you go to all of those 7-Eleven small supermarkets in Tokyo, the managers can get a bit angry because those are not too big. So this might create some problems at destinations too. And finally, bakery tourism. Bakery tourism is going massive. I think in Asia, it is really a thing. Actually, in South Korea, they already have like a name for this. You can hashtag these, well, hard to pronounce, Bang Yi Sulai, which translates into the pilgrimage for bread. So South Koreans are allegedly like crazy for pastries and good bread. And this is also has already landed in Europe too, as you can see here in the screenshot from the garden. So another small trend that may turn into something massive. We have to pay attention to these trends and maybe introduce them into our experiences. Which are the challenges for nutrition, of course. Great. It was that the video. Now I was about to say that in San Sebastian we are working in trying to enhance the culture of the pinchos, as you know, these small like small sized piece of food that we do these bar crawls, and we go to different places and we eat these finger food. Well, we are trying to define what a pincho is. And which are the ingredients of a good pincho? So trying to preserve the tradition and trying to preserve the identity of that element that is I mean, millions of tourists flock to the Basque Country every year just to enjoy pinchos. Another challenge will be to keep it affordable. And this is an example of Rome. As you know, next year there's going to be a jubileum. So there will be, millions and millions of visitors going to the eternal city to enjoy Rome, and of course, and also enjoy the food. And well, that's a risk for locals because they are scared because of the rise of prices, and they want to at least, I mean, maintain. They want to top the price of carbonara, spaghetti carbonara to a price that locals can afford. So they want to top it to 12 euro. That's like a social movement, a social platform there in Rome, trying to try to persuade restaurants not to raise the prices way too much so that locals can still eat their carbonara. So that's another challenge that we have managing destinations, try to keep it affordable for locals. Also, we have to manage it. We have to manage it because since culinary tourism is going big, of course, that might create some problems and some scams, as something that happened also in Italy, in Bari. Maybe you have you have seen about about these women that are producing pasta, especially the orecchiette, which are the traditional pasta from that area of Italy. So at the beginning they were doing them like it was handicraft pasta, but then some of them, I don't know, I'm not going to say all of them, but some of them noticed that maybe if they could sell industrial pasta instead of the handmade pasta, they would make more money. So there was kind of a scam with tourists, especially with cruise passengers. So the town hall, I mean, the city council had to talk to the producers, try to persuade them to keep doing it the right way, let's say, and try to avoid, let's say, not being too loyal with visitors. So when also culinary tourism can go big, can get too big, that might lead to these negative situations. And finally, and with this I'm going to finish my presentation. Also, take into account that culinary tourism is part of a system. It's part of the food system. The cities and the destinations digest food and expel waste. That is a system in which food production is extremely important for locals. And that's, for example, what Parma is doing with this initiative of the Parma Valley, trying to improve the governance of the area and bringing together food producers, tourist industry, academia, the local inhabitants. So working as a system in order to keep it balanced, to keep it more sustainable. So a lot of trends, a lot of things going on in the food industry, which I think we will have more time to enjoy and understand during our online classes in the course in the future months. So thank you very much, Paula, for the time.
Thank you very much to you, David. Your presentation has many positive comments and questions that you will be able to review now. Of course, these trends are critical for the audience here today. How to invest and explore new businesses or amplifying existing ones, such as in the bakery world, slow tourism, wine, and so on. And of course, keeping those 4 key challenges that we have to always take into account: keep it traditional, affordable, manage it, and of course, the system. So with this, thank you so much. And now let's give a real example, a case study on a success of this entrepreneurial spirit that actually is now an example of a case of success. And with this, Serkan, please let me pass the floor to you and the incredible growth of the ByFood project that has experienced. Thank you very much. And with this also, big thank you to Serkan, who is based in Japan. And he's, because of the time difference, it's a great engagement on his end. Thank you, Serkan.
No, thank you so much for the opportunity. Let me share my screen. Hello, everyone. I am Serkan, co-founder of byfood.com. I am Turkish, but I have been living in Japan for the last 10 years. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I would like to thank you to UN Tourism and Basque Culinary Center for inviting me. Today, I would like to share our journey, how my personal challenge I faced in Japan turned into business, and how innovation in gastronomy can transform not only travel, but also local communities and lives around the world. So, at ByFood, we believe gastronomy is not just about meals. It's about culture, innovation, and impact. Culture, because food is one of the most powerful ways to connect people. Innovation, because creativity and technology are reshaping how we discover and enjoy food. And impact, because food can change life, not only for travelers, but also for restaurants, communities, and even children worldwide. As I said, I have been living in Japan for the last 10 years. I came to Japan in 2015. Actually, the main reason I came was to study my master's degree. The school was in a rural part of Japan. It is like north of Tokyo. It's called Niigata. It was all surrounded by rice fields, and there was nothing around. Like there's convenience store 30 minutes walking from the school. That is the closest place, and that's not convenient anymore, but it was really beautiful place. The problem was that everything was in Japanese. I couldn't speak Japanese that time, and it was very challenging. Like, for example, dining in a restaurant, you have to reserve in Japan. Like, I couldn't speak Japanese. I couldn't order in the restaurants. Very challenging. So after graduation, I moved to Tokyo, expecting it to be different. But it wasn't so much different. The same problem I kept experiencing. It was really a struggle for me to go to restaurants and order food. Everything is in Japanese characters. Yeah, I really couldn't enjoy the food. But at the same time, Japan's tourism was booming. So I thought there might be a business opportunity here. So like I wanted to solve this gap, and that became the seed for ByFood. So here is a little bit culinary tourism market numbers. These are a little bit different than David's number. I think it depends like how what you call this culinary tourism. But based on this, like the current number is $1 trillion, and it is expected to reach $2.9 trillion by 2032. And I have also another data that now 70% of the travelers pick a destination based on the food and drink there. Lastly, Japan's tourism right now is really growing. Like we had a struggle in during the COVID time, but it is really recovering. And this, like last year, it was about 32 million. This year, it is almost reaching 40 million. And actually, the government wants 60 million by 2030. And most people come to Japan actually to eat Japanese food. That is the biggest motivation to come to Japan. But at the same time, we have this language barrier in Japan. So one of the reason like Japan's it's difficult to dine in Japan is 90% of the restaurants in Japan provide only phone-based restaurant reservations. It's also really high chance that foreigners reserve a restaurant, but they don't show up. So potentially restaurants lose money. So it's a bit difficult for restaurant owners to accept reservations from foreigners. There are also language barriers, as I mentioned, but also dietary restrictions. There are a lot of people vegan, like halal. It's very difficult to find those options in Japan. And so many restaurants are really traditional. They lack the technology and they don't know how to do marketing. So these are the like problems we set out to solve. And this is actually where ByFood comes in. ByFood is a platform that connects travelers, restaurants, experience hosts, and local communities through food. I have a very short video to explain ByFood. Thank you so much. We started ByFood in 2019, but just like 6 months later, COVID arrived. It was very challenging for us, but we survived. And today, ByFood has grown into Japan's leading food travel platform. We work with more than 1,400 restaurants and experience hosts, offer 2,400 created food experiences. We are really focusing on content marketing and social media. We have a community of 500,000 social media followers. One of our main channel is YouTube. We have 220,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And we achieved more than 250 million views through our videos. This reach allows us to both promote gastronomy and deliver real impact. Now, I want to show you what innovation in gastronomy looks like in practice for ByFood. I want to show 4 case studies. The first one is the Eat Meet Japan project. So we are working also with the government, other private companies for like gastronomic tourism. One example is the project we did with the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries of Japan in the Eat Meet Japan project. This project is launched in 2019. They organize a competition and they select 10 to 15 food experience ideas every year. And ByFood partners with these winners. We visit every year those winners' locations across Japan, and we show them, advise them how to make their experience more attractive for international travels. And during that time, we also create content, like we film videos, take photos, we do influencer marketing campaigns, and most importantly, we make their experiences bookable through our platform. And one example we did was in Mie Prefecture in Matsusaka. So this experience, actually, the location is quite far. It's like 6 hours from Tokyo by train. But in this experience, like foreigners can stay in a farm stay location, pick vegetables, like cook masaka beef sukiyaki together. This masaka beef is super delicious. And we invited several influencers to that location. And as a result, actually, we brought like 152 foreigner travelers to this location, which very, very far, but like people enjoyed joined the experience. All the comments are 5-star. They really enjoy it. Like this shows like how food experiences can attract visitors far beyond the usual tourist cities, while supporting local communities and preserving the tradition. The second, I will skip the video. The second case study I want to show is the restaurant reservation innovation. So in Japan, one of the toughest challenges is working with traditional restaurants. They are not open to change at all. So we tried a lot, but at the end, we gave up. And instead of trying to change them, we decided to adapt them using technology. First, we created multilingual restaurant pages, translated their course menus, and made them bookable on ByFood. When foreign travelers requested a reservation, our concierge team called them directly to confirm. So this was how we started. But recently, with the AI, we adapted and we created AI concierge. So when there is a restaurant reservation, our system automatically call the restaurant, make a conversation with the restaurant in Japanese, and even ask like if the restaurant is not available, what are the alternative dates, etc. So we are eliminating human concierge using this technology. It is still in the beta version. Another thing we do is in Japan, line chat is very popular. It's like WhatsApp. So these restaurants are using line a lot. So we are building a integration that whenever a restaurant receive a reservation, they get a notification in their line app, and they can just click accept, reject, or suggest a new date. So they don't need to use any technology, but they can just use whatever they're already using. And all the payments are collected in advance, which means even if guests don't show up, restaurants get still paid, and funds are automatically transferred to a restaurant. This creates peace of mind for the restaurants. Finally, we also promote these restaurants globally through our B2B partners. Like we partner with Trip.com, Klook, Musement. We have more than 10 platforms. So restaurants only manage ByFood, but their content is distributed across multiple platforms. And whenever they have a reservation, it show up on ByFood platform. So because they don't have a lot of stuff to manage everywhere, they just manage ByFood. So the result is win-win. Restaurants gain trust and financial security, while travelers can finally access authentic dining experiences that were nearly impossible to book before. The next case study is our secret menus. So sometimes the innovation isn't about technology, but it is about storytelling and positioning. We partnered with a very famous foodie YouTube channel called Best Ever Food Review Show. When we partnered with them, they had like 1 million subscribers, but right now they have more than 10 million subscribers, one of the most well-known YouTube channels in food area. And together we created Tokyo's most expensive ramen with one of our partner shops. The ramen costs like $100. It includes like a 5-level wagyu, all the fancy ingredients. The thing is that if you go to the restaurant, it is not in the menu, you cannot find it. But if you book it on ByFood and go to the restaurant, you can eat it. So this exclusivity created both scarcity and uniqueness. The video we created with this YouTuber achieved 11 million views, and this experience was featured on the Japan Times newspaper. What's interesting is that it wasn't even just like only foreigners booking it. Japanese people also started booking this experience on ByFood. So as a result, the ramen shop doubled its sales. So this showcased like how innovation in gastronomy can come from combining creativity, exclusivity, and storytelling. The last case study I have is Suta Ramen experience. So at ByFood, we have restaurant reservations and food experience bookings at the same time. So we have strong relationship with both restaurant owners and experience providers. So this actually allow us to go one step further. We help restaurants to create original experiences during their off-peak hours to generate additional revenue. For example, in this ramen shop, they are mostly like busy during the lunchtime, but we created an experience in the morning that they can create additional revenue. So this Suta, this ramen shop, is actually the first Michelin-starred ramen shop in the world. Together, we designed an exclusive experience so travelers can go behind the scenes, taste ingredients along the way, and learn how much effort goes into crafting a single bowl of ramen. This experience is only available through ByFood and cannot be booked anywhere else. But the result, the impact was really huge. Like the restaurant, instead of charging $8 for a bowl, they are right now charging like $80 per person for experience. And the restaurant increased their revenue, but also it became one of our best-selling experiences on ByFood. So this actually showed that like scarcity, uniqueness, and storytelling can transform even a simple dish into a premium cultural experience. The next slide is about our Food for Happiness project. This is like one of the most the part that I am most proud of. When I was like student, I always wanted to start my own company and contribute to society with my own business. So when we started ByFood, we also launched the Food for Happiness project. And in this project, for every guest attends an experience, we are donating 10 meals to children in developing countries. So that 10 children can have a lunch meal if a guest traveler join an experience in Japan. So last month, actually, we reached to 1 million meal donations. This is a huge milestone for us. This reflects like our deeper mission, spreading happiness through food. For us, like food is not just nourishment for the body, but also for the soul. Every meal creates an opportunity for laughter, for connection, and even for change. So yeah, so like when a traveler join an experience, they are creating smiles for children around the world. This is how we see the gastronomy, not only a way to explore culture, but also a way to make the world a little better, one meal at a time. And the next is about our recognitions. So our journey has been recognized internationally. In 2021, me and my co-founder were honored to be included in the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. And in 2022, we won the UNWTO Global Gastronomy Tourism Startup competition. So these recognitions give us credibility early on, and they motivate us to keep scaling BioFood and innovating in gastronomy tourism. So a little bit about BioFood's timeline. As we said, like we started in 2019, and this year actually we have taken one step beyond Japan by starting global expansion trials through our integration with Viator. So now travelers can book thousands of experiences worldwide on BioFood. I think we have more than 32,000 food experiences on BuyFood right now. You can book globally. And but right now we are reselling these experiences. Japan experiences are our own experiences, but the global ones are coming from Viator. But starting next year, we want to begin our own original experiences abroad, like we did in Japan. Our long-term goal is like bold but clear. We want to make BioFood the world's go-to food travel platform where anyone can book food experiences anywhere and know that their journey creates a positive impact too. And to close, let me share one thoughts. Innovation in gastronomy is not about replacing tradition. It's about making it accessible, sustainable, and meaningful. My advice to startups, we have to combine technology, creativity, and purpose. And to policymakers, we have to think of food as one of your strongest tool for regional development. And to travelers, we have to remember that every meal can be more than a meal. It can be just a story, a connection, and even a way to change someone's life. And at BuyFood, as I mentioned, we reached 1 million donations. For us, that's what spreading happiness through food means. Joy for travelers and hope for children worldwide. So my message is simple. Let's use gastronomy as a force for connection and happiness. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Serkan. What a beautiful phrase to keep in mind, because indeed, gastronomy brings together people, brings together families, experiences, and it's, of course, something that is actually bringing us today all together here. And also, let me highlight some of the key takeaways from your presentation. Innovation is not only high tech, that of course it is also doing things differently and doing different things. And that involves processes, that involves storytelling, and that involves thinking outside the box. So thank you so much, Serkan, for joining today. It is our pleasure to have you and to also listen to this entrepreneurship journey that you undertook, and that hopefully we will see further growth in 2027. And with this, let me highlight that today we are bringing you, of course, data. Of course, we want to share knowledge from you in tourism, from Basque Culinary Center, from ByFood project, but also give you the tools. So I'm going to share with you once again in the chat the 2 links in order to apply to the scholarships. There's 2 scholarships for the English course and 2 scholarships for the Spanish course. This specific program is designed to support all of you designing these gastronomy experiences, taking into account innovative trends, and of course, empowering you to continue the journey in the culinary arts world. And with this, thank you so much to Antonio, to David, to Serkan, And let's go to the Q&A, which there's still 3 questions open. One for Mr. Serkan Toso, which they are asking you, could ByFood develop while AI can help tourists communicate to restaurant? So if I understand correctly, can AI be used as a tool related to communication in hospitality and restaurants?
As I mentioned in my presentation, we are already using AI in restaurant reservations. So when they make a reservation request on ByFood, our AI concierge actually call the restaurant and make a reservation instead of the travelers. So they don't need to phone call in Japanese. So AI actually removing the language barrier. And also on ByFood, all the course menus are translated in multi-language. So to be honest, like when you purchase the course menu in the restaurant, automatically those foods come to you, and you don't even need to order in the restaurant. So we are minimizing the communication at the restaurant.
Thank you very much, Serkan. And then Miguel is asking another question, that is, how is it going? The integration and synchronization with Viator has been very challenging technologically talking.
Technology-wise, we don't see any problem. It is working very smoothly, actually. It's really interesting. This is kind of like learning opportunity for us. So as we have many experiences around the world, we have really strong SEO on our search engine optimization on our website. So like we are ranking for really different keywords, and it's really interesting to see experience bookings coming from really a parts of the world that I am not aware before. And so this is really a good opportunity for us, like to see what locations in the world are popular for gastronomic tourism, in which cities people are what experiences they are booking. So we are really learning from this experience, but technology wise we didn't have any issue. It is very smooth.
Thank you very much, Serkan. Another question for you, actually. There's a lot of interest. And what is this specific buyer persona or traveler profile for food tours? Age, country of origin, social economics, and how can you reach them?
On our platform, actually, most of the customers are from US, American travelers, like 40% of American travelers. And then we have Canada, UK, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong. These are the following countries. And it's interesting that our customer average age is 38. So it's not so young, and the average booking per person is like 2 to 3 people. We see a lot of couples and families booking experiences. And yeah, I can also share that like average booking price is around $200 for experiences.
Well, thank you very much, Serkan. This and everyone, happy to share that this webinar is recorded. You will be able to access the presentations once again and go through these very interesting questions and answers that we have gone through. And with this, I just want to acknowledge that is already the time to thank you all for joining, to thank Antonio, to thank David, and to thank Serkan for joining today. And of course, all of you as participants for your interest, for your engagement, and just encourage you all to continue in this journey of gastronomy and apply to the scholarships should you wish to have further tools in this exciting culinary arts world. Thank you, everyone, once again, and all our best from UN Tourism, Basque Culinary Center, and ByFood Project.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Thank you, Serkan.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Gracias,
Serkan.
Paula. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.